What's going on, YouTube family? This is Clark Starks with the video game review. The game that we're going to be reviewing today is Street Fighter V. Now, everybody understanding the history of Street Fighter, we know that this is the fighting game of all fighting games. This is the cream of the crop. These are the guys who invented the whole competitive ideal of playing video games, especially fighting games. And you know, my first gripe with the Street Fighter V game is off the bat, just the interface. It just doesn't look complete. When I look at this game, I see a map of some sort, looking like it's digital, looking like it's doing something, but in reality, it's just more like a gimmick. The interface in general is very confusing. Everything, the hierarchy is all the same, so there's really no sense of direction of where I'm supposed to go first. That's number one. Number two is that I just don't even know where to go, you know, from a directive standpoint. I didn't even know that this icon meant messages, log, options, and login. I mean, what do I need a message log for? Why are these things important? Why are these things on the first thing I see? And I felt like Capcom really drops the ball when it comes to this kind of thing. Now, this is the first time I'm actually even seeing this. Usually they have a nice interface, like Street Fighter 4 actually had a nice interface and a nice direction about where to go. They had these panels that turned as you scroll down, and they made things important as you progress through the actual page. Now you just kind of throw everything in here with some simple icons because it's 2016 and everything wants to be flat. You think that you got a complete game. This is very incomplete. It looks like something that they were working on, something of a wireframe, and they didn't even get a visual designer to come and design and stuff like that. So that's the first observation that I see. The second thing I noticed that there are incomplete menu options here. Like challenges, when I click on this, they would be able to fulfill update in March. I mean, this is kind of like a smack in the face because it's already letting me know that there are going to be certain things that aren't free as options in the game and things that I'm gonna have to pay for. The fact that you have the shop feature on the first stage just kind of goes to show you that this game is all about money. It's all about getting our hard-earned dollar at the end of the day and giving us a subpar experience. And the fact that we only have 16 characters just kind of shows that there's just been an incomplete game. I don't even understand why this game even launched if you're only going to give us this. And also, where's the other characters at? I mean, we have this guy Fang, we got this new guy Macaulay, but to be honest with you, I'm not impressed with none of the new guys. I'm it's cool that Nash came back, Charlie, and it's cool that Karen. I always thought that they were really good characters in Street Fighter Alpha 3, Rainbow, Mika, but this other dude right here, Rashid, Laura is kind of cool, you know what I'm saying, but just the lack of roster kind of makes me feel like this game is incomplete. They don't really care about their fan base. To be honest with you, games like Mortal Kombat 10, come loaded with characters that you can play with 3 different styles, and this is unacceptable to me from Street Fighter's perspective. Also, just in general, don't get me wrong, I like the character style, like I think that it's been an upgrade from Street Fighter 4. I definitely wasn't feeling the Street Fighter 4 super boxy style. I almost felt like they were trying to compete with Tekken to a certain degree, but they fell so short, and I've never been a big fan, so I had a lot of hopes for Street Fighter 5, and again, I'm very let down just by the initial roster list. I mean, I'm so used to Capcom versus SNK 2, right off the bat. That was a brand new game. There was nothing, everything was created from scratch, and they were just giving us about 24 to 30 characters off the bat. And then I'm looking at it as like that was like 2001, 1999, 2000, 2001, and we're in 2016, and we are getting shortchanged off our characters. I mean, the DLC game is real nasty. I mean, they expect a lot of people to buy characters, buy different players, and they're only giving it once a month. I mean, that's way too long to be given and to be working on characters. I mean, that's very unacceptable from Capcom's perspective. And let's get into the characters. I mean, diversity. I mean, Capcom has always been never a good company that dealt with certain cultures. It does seem like, if you're not, you know, a karate kung fu master or something really cliche, you're gonna be basically a coon. I mean, Birdie, for instance, supposed to be the black character, but look at him. He has super, goofy, out of shape dude licking his chain with his tongue out. You know what I'm saying? And there's really no craft to this character. There's really no skill to this character. The dude is just a biker that we don't even understand the background. And he uses chains. I mean, where's the skill level? Clearly, they really focus on the Caucasian character, Ken, and they focus on the Japanese character a lot, even the American character, Nash, and really give them some cool looking, poses, some just cool looking designs in general. But the coon in black character just has no skill, no art form. They didn't even get into, what kind of style he even fights. So that's always been a problem that I have with Street Fighter, and for some, like, at this point I can't support them financially anymore. I mean, I'm just kind of getting tired of it, the lack of characters of color, especially black characters, and representing them right. Again, we have a Brazilian chick, but guess what? She has cornrows. Like, you don't really need all of that to portray that this girl is from Brazil. The Caucasian character here, Rainbow Mika, is clearly a simple character, a wrestler. That makes sense. Chun-Li, the Chinese master, Chinese kung fu master. Karen, just super rich girl. But there's something really cool. Where's the black female character that has elegance and that has, just a decency about them? Fang, they always kind of been, playing the Chinese characters as well. Like, this is just a ripoff of the old kung fu movies. The guy with the super thin beard and just the goofy look in general. And I just don't understand what it is. I don't know if it's the fans that enjoy it, but that's always been a problem for me with these Street Fighter games. It doesn't seem like Street Fighter is doing anything to make it better. My other riff about the game in general is just the lack of moves. I mean, Ken and Ryu, they still have the same 3 moves: Hadouken, Shoryuken, and Tatsumaki, the Hurricane Kick. I mean, this is Street Fighter 5. I would expect them to have evolved their play, their move list a little bit. Even in Street Fighter Alpha 3, they flirted with that. And I think those are some of the more better games, to be honest. And a lot of people didn't like them. But the fact that they had an extra move in there, and just another way of like doing their combos, just showed the evolution of the game. Now that we're in Street Fighter 5, I still don't see no evolution. And outside of that, what happened to the supers? I remember Street Fighter Alpha 1, Street Fighter Alpha 2, Street Fighter 2, and Street Fighter 3 kind of messed it all up because they made you choose, but at least you had 3 to choose from. Whatever happened to games coming equipped? I mean, this game is so bare bones that it's not even worth the $60 that you pay for it. I mean, these are hard-earned people working hard to come by these games, and the fact that you just give them a basically a wireframe and then want them, expect them to pay money is just unbelievable, and it's just unacceptable. It's unprofessional for them to drop this game the way that it is at this moment in time. There's 16 characters but 10 stages. Did these guys forget to count the amount of characters to line them up with stages? Back in the day when we had Street Fighter 2, each character had their own stages. Now, don't get me wrong, some characters actually probably had the same stage, but you know what, they were more creative back in the day. They would maybe change the day to night or something like that. But this is just lazy on Capcom's part to only give us 10 stages, and the 10th stage is actually a grid, the practice stage. So this is very unacceptable. These guys have been getting lazy over the years and not giving us what we really need off the jump.